Hey everybody, Mookie here. This is not the video I expected to make, but it's the video I'm making because the video I tried to make failed miserably. So I'm gonna do that different and we're not gonna talk about it. But you'll see it, but we're not gonna talk about it. I talk a lot, or at least a little bit about, but definitely a lot about what the best car for you to buy, because nobody wants to be thinking about what car they can afford. They just want to think about what car they want. And that's especially because we're American. We love cars. We love cars. I don't know what to say, but America, we got so much wide open space, so much road, so much stuff to do, so much things that we can do, and we need cars to get everywhere because our public transit system is garbage. So that's why we care about cars so much. I had to think about it a lot today. I'm just like, why do I even care? Like, why do I even think about cars so much? Why do I talk about cars so much? And I'm like, well, because I love cars. It's just the culture I was raised in. Like, if I was rich enough growing up to where I could have had flight lessons by the time I was 18, I probably would love planes. I probably would love like helicopters or something. Or if my dad was in the Air Force instead of into like child abandonment, then I would probably be into that. But I love cars, and that's just it, right? So what I want to impart to you guys is like kind of the best thing that you could do for yourself if it's not going to be an electric car, if it's not going to be something that's going to be an alternative mode of transportation or alternative fuel, but you're just thinking like what best suits my needs, the most broad spectrum of needs, or the most broad spectrum of income and affordability, right? Like I would think that's what I want somebody to educate me on if I'm unaware of it, because you go to any dealer right now, you go anywhere, any dealership, you're gonna get marked up. You're gonna get charged more than you ever bargained for. You're gonna show up just for your Kia Forte, and you're gonna be wondering why this $22,000 vehicle turned into a $30,000 vehicle, like either by the time you left the dealership or at the end of your loan. That's unacceptable.
Stop it. Get some help.
And part of combating that problem is something that I'm talking about today, something that I strongly believe in, and that is something that all of the vehicles I'm about to name have in common. Something that the Cadillac CTS-v, 99 Honda Accord, the 2012 TSX, the E63 AMG, the 330i or 325i, I'm not really sure, BMW. All of those, what all of those have in common, also the Genesis, actually I just found this out, the Genesis G80 and G70, that all of these vehicles have in common is that they all have a wagon version of themselves. The car I'm currently sitting in is one of the ones I named, has a TSX sedan model and the wagon model, right? And that's what the E63 AMG Mercedes-Benz has, a wagon model. The BMW has a wagon model. In Europe, they get a wagon, basically M3 equivalent, which is buck wild. I want one of those for sure. The G70, G80 have what's called a shooting brake model, which is just basically it's basically a wagon, but I think it's only also in like Europe or the United Kingdom or something. I don't know. Kevin will put it up here, but it's not in the United States. Unfortunately, the shooting brake is not sold in the United States, unfortunately. And there's a lot of manufacturers that have gone out of their way, including the Cadillac CTS-v, which had a wagon model in the early 2010s. I believe in the early 2010s or late aughts of the 2000s. It kind of looked like this. Is a CTS-v wagon. It was excellent vehicle. Especially for its time. It was just another vehicle that was built with just this alternative idea in mind of like bringing something different to the market, or bringing something to the market that not everybody would think about that somebody would need. Similar to a more recent car, the Audi RS6 Avant. The Audi RS6 Avant also meets that need. Super undersold in America, super underappreciated, super underrated, as are all of these wagons. I drive this car around and people literally like stop me and they're just like, wow, that's a really cool car. Like, that's nice. I didn't know Acura made that. Like, oh, that's an Acura. Like, I didn't know. They think, where'd you get that car? Like, even some enthusiasts that maybe be starting out think that like, oh, this must be like some kind of like import car because we don't really get stuff like that here. No, America sold this vehicle. It sold many wagons. throughout these kind of decades. But they're super underappreciated, and that's where you come in as the consumer, is that because they're underappreciated, overlooked, not really thought about, as opposed to like a Nissan Rogue or Volvo XC90 or, you know, Mercedes-Benz GLC or GLE. All these different kinds of vehicles are all examples of either subcompact SUVs, crossover SUVs, or full-size three-road SUVs, similar to like a Grand Cherokee, you know, an Escalade, a Tahoe. It's like there's just a range of those SUVs, and the market knows that that's what people want. They want versatility, power, economy, all those things rolled into one and one neat package. But unfortunately, that doesn't exist. You always got to choose. Do I get the economical, very small car, like similar to a Prius, that has that kind of utility a little bit, but doesn't really have the space, but it has the gas mileage? Or do I go for the heavy duty option, to where it has immense versatility, you know, safety, power, you know, stability, all that good stuff, you know, probably decked out with features, because oftentimes the three-row or the larger SUVs have more features and more availability. And you feel like there's no middle road, or, you know, you don't want to get a sedan really, because it's kind of just, at least in today's day and age, there's not really a market with sedans. There's not really a place for sedans, or a lot of good ones that are out there for just any and everybody. I'll probably do maybe a video on that later on, but what you can strike in the very middle and also get the bang for your buck, similar to this vehicle when I purchased this, for any other vehicle similar to this one with the same mileage, the same level of mint that it was before I got a hold of it and ruined it. But it was pretty mint. It was well taken care of. It was all the features, even from the inside here, like everything's pretty well taken care of. I ripped this center console here, but that's just because like I sweated on it and just kept leaning even though I know better to not like really lean on the armrest, because that's how you tear this leather, because it's not, you know, exceptionally good leather.
Correct!
But, you know, it was in great condition and it was for a great price, and it undercut the market on similar sedans of the same mileage, same type, same features, same everything that you want to get down the feature list that you wanted to get in a sedan or in a full-size SUV. You can get in this for about $10,000 to $15,000 cheaper, maybe even more depending on the car. Even if you want to go up to the highest like point of, well, you know, I really want something that stands out and something that's, you know, that I could spend a bunch of money on. Okay, relax. I didn't know you had it like that. Guess what? You could get the Porsche Panamera. You know, the Porsche Taycan. I mean, the Taycan's going to cost more because it's an electric vehicle, but it's kind of similar in that style, and it's less expensive than some of its other counterparts. Definitely less expensive than like the Lucid Air or Model S Plaid. And this all a roundabout way of saying is that love wagons the way I love wagons. I love wagons. I want to own so many station wagons. I already got one. I got the TSX wagon. I want the BMW wagon. I want to import that bad boy, that M3 wagon from Europe. I really would like a E-Series Mercedes-Benz wagon. I just seen today on, I think it's Japanese Classics LLC, I just seen today that they posted up a right-hand drive 99 Honda Accord wagon. Those things are impossible to find. Not banged up, bruised, beaten, torn apart. For some reason, that particular vehicle, that 99 Accord wagon, I guess either did sell well, or at least like, you know, definitely stuck around well. Like it just kept, you know, chugging forward. But people were not kind to that car. Like they just, you know, either in accidents or just it's left out to rot in some driveway. That's the only ones I've seen. The seldom few I've seen for sale. That's how they've looked. But go anywhere and you'll see that the wagon counterpart of a lot of the vehicles that maybe you're looking into getting, or the ones that you're looking at that you're like, oh, that's a really nice car. The wagon counterpart, number one, it's got a hatchback, so it's got way more room than your sedan or your compact car. It's gonna cost less because there's gonna be no addendum on it because it's a used vehicle, and more than likely, it's like nobody else has looked at that car. Not that it's a bad car, but it's just not the one that everyone's thinking about. It's ones similar to my TSX wagon, ones that people didn't even know that were produced. Go look for a wagon, look for one. I almost guarantee you'll find one that you like. And from every point of view, there's different wagons. There's even a Corolla station wagon. If I remember, if Kevin wants to put a photo of here, there's a Corolla station wagon from like 98 or 94. There's the Jetta station wagon that, I mean, if you like Volkswagen, you could get that. I'd say refer to my other videos about my feelings about Volkswagen. I don't know if Nissan has a station wagon. If Nissan has a station wagon, then Kevin, you know, put it here. I don't know. If not, then put a picture of a cat or something. I don't know. Volvo, the V90, beautiful station wagon, a great station wagon. I was told recently by somebody that they dream car is like a Volvo XC90, the 3-road Volvo full-size SUV. Guess what? Get a V90. It's going to cost you like $40,000 less. You get the same space, you just don't get the road clearance, which this person is not going off-road in their V90 or in their XC90. So what does it matter? The Volvo V60 as well is a really great one. This one, the TSX wagon, the 99 Accord wagon, any BMW or Mercedes wagon. If you like BMW or Mercedes, why not get the wagon? You get all the versatility, all the same power. Like you could even get the E63 AMG wagon. You're worried about power, it's like, oh, it doesn't perform. E63 AMG wagon, Cadillac CTS-v wagon, performs, battles, kills it, done, right? Like, and this vehicle has been, I mean, as some of you know who follow my shorts or my Instagram, I live in my car. So if this wagon is super livable and it doesn't even look like I have anything in here, but I have everything I need, you know, I could show you the trunk and it would be just like empty other than like my blankets or whatever. But it's just, you can clean, I could put everything away in this wagon. Everything that I need, I could put it all away. And you could do that in the BMW wagon, the AMG wagon, the Cadillac CTS-v wagon, the Porsche Panamera. I'm not a big fan of the Porsche Panamera look, but and if that's what you like, again, you're trying to go more high end, Porsche Panamera might be one you're looking at. And it's a great vehicle. Picks up, it's good. You get the S or Turbo S model if they have one, then you're all set. They even have a Ferrari wagon, the 812 Superfast. I look at that, I see a wagon with 2 doors. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, I look at that thing, I don't see like a coupe, I don't see like a hatch coupe or whatever it's trying to be. I look at that and I'm like, that's a station wagon with 2 less doors. That's all I know. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut this off here because honestly, I have no more things to say. Go buy yourself a wagon. Please do me a favor and please subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in the next one.